Well, I am in a cool place today. I am in a hop farm with Gail Goshi at Goshi Farms. Hey, Gail.
Hi, Judy.
And I understand that you have a long history of hops.
Yes, absolutely we do. So this is going to be our 113th crop as a family. Is that not cool?
That is.
Yeah.
So she is a 4th generation hop grower. So it is so cool to drive by a hop farm and see the hops are growing. So what's happening in the fields these days?
Yeah, so today, 1st of May, we want the shoots to be about 18 inches tall.
Okay.
And so this one has kind of taken it upon itself to get above
keep going,
that.
huh?
So we take that down. We wind, hops go clockwise,
all right,
not counterclockwise. They will get confused, and they love to be able to grow and climb on something.
So any kind of material.
Exactly. So if you're using a string, if you're using a cable, if you're using wood, if you're using lattice, they'll climb up. They like to be able to have a balance and be able to capture enough sunlight that they don't shade themselves. So what we do is we limit the number of shoots that we want to climb up.
Oh, makes sense.
And the homeowner should do the same.
Yeah, and this is a perennial plant, if we forgot to mention that. So really, every year, the same plants come up.
That's right, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and you'll get more and more shoots that'll come up every year, and maybe a homeowner or two might be cursing me in about 5 years when there's a lot of shoots.
So you have to select. You have to be selective. Some stay low and some go up on the trellis.
Right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then what about other kind of care for the homeowner? So should we be watching for other things, pests or diseases, watering?
Right, yeah. You know, when you have just a few plants in your garden, you don't have to be quite as fastidious as we do when we have a mass of plants all together. But what can happen is that you could have mildews. And mildew, to be able to counteract that, is to give the plant some air circulation. So that's part of what is happening when I'm pushing things down. You can cut these extra shoots off. That's not a problem at all. The other problems can be aphids. And so aphids will come on probably about in June. And if you limit the amount of nitrogen you put to this plant, it's a perennial plant. It doesn't need a whole lot of nitrogen. If you limit the nitrogen, you're not going to attract aphids as much as you could.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So really kind of care like a rose. I mean,
exactly.
that same kind of thing.
Exactly.
So make sure it gets air circulation, you kind of prune it that way. And what about watering then? So we don't want to water the foliage.
Yeah, you're right. It would be best not to water the foliage. So we're using drip tubing. We have about 26 miles of drip tubing that we take care of every year. And so hopefully the homeowner's system's a little simpler than that. But yeah, to be able to give it just a steady feed. We do about 3 hours of drip tubing emitting a day on a regular sunny summer day.
Gail, I understand that Goshi Farms are really stewards of this environment of Mother Earth, and what are you doing for that?
Well, we've been at it for over 100 years. So I say that we're hearkening back to our grandparents' day when it was much more a sustainable operation. And there wasn't the chemistry that we had to use today. And so we're taking a look at that, and we're able to actually reduce the amount of insecticides and fungicides that we're using just by, frankly, a lot of common sense. And it may sound a little out there as far as being, oh, really, come now, can you really do this without some of the chemistry? But we now have our fields with natural predators in place, and we encourage them into our fields by having minimal till and number of different other factors. And we do that in order to be able to have a balance in our fields. And so a homeowner should have balance as well. You should be able to see ladybugs in your garden. Those ladybugs are going to be eating the aphids that are going to be a problem. And it just goes the whole summer long like that.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
So we know about spring care for hops, and so what do we do ongoing into the summer?
Yeah, just stand back and let the plant do what it wants. The plant grows very fast. So we have 18-foot trellises. It's going to go all the way up to the 18-foot, and then probably up and down another 6 feet. So almost 30 feet of growth.
Wow.
So you have to realize that if you're putting it on a trellis, that you're going to have a sizable amount of weight that's going to happen. But as far as pests or anything, you know, aphids can be a problem, spider mites can be a problem.
Okay.
But again, for the homeowner, it shouldn't be that difficult.
So just watch for those things, and it can be a little scratchy of a plant, so be careful with that. But then the fun comes in the middle of August when there's harvest.
Yes.
And so I think that we're going to come back
Oh, I
and
hope.
visit and kind of
Yes.
see what professionals do, and then we'll also talk about what homeowners can do about harvest too.
Great.
So we'll see you later in the summer.
Absolutely. See you then.
So if you have any other questions, please go to Garden Time and then watch for that segment later this summer. Thanks so much, Gail.
Thank you.